human mountain guide. I guide other humans on their journey through their darkness to a brighter, happier, more fulfilled life. What's your name, dear?
I'm Harriet.
Harriet, I'm so glad to meet you. What's torturing you?
I work so hard, day and night. I try and help everybody. And nobody is there for me. I hate my life.
I'm so sorry. You're really stuck in a dark, dark place.
Yes.
Would you like me to go with you through the darkness to the light at the end of the tunnel?
Like a freight train? Oh.
Oh dear, no, it's nothing bad. It's something good. You know, many people before you walked through their dark tunnels with me and discovered what really is at the end of their tunnel, what really brightens the other side. Would you like that for yourself?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Would you let me guide you? Come with me. You know, Harriet, this journey is really a quest for a better, a happier life, and for a fulfilled future. And to get there and to recover your sparkle, we have to overcome 7 challenges together.
7? Oh, that's too much. I'll fail. I always fail at everything I do.
Yes, dear. You will fail, like a child learning to walk. You will fall down, but you will raise up, stronger than you were before. If you want me to, I will go with you all the way.
Okay, then.
Wonderful, Harriet. Let's get started on our journey to your best life. So here comes the first hurdle. This challenge will take you back to your past. You need to understand how you became the person you are today and what got you to this place and to the place where you can't stand this life anymore.
But I don't want to do that. I can't do that. No.
Yes, dear, I understand. It is painful. The path to a better life leads through a sea of pain and tears. And it is so much easier to walk through it together. So tell me, Harriet, what happened when you were young?
My father hated me. He always wanted a boy. My brother was everything to him, and I was nothing.
And then what happened?
I tried to prove to my father that I was good, and I couldn't do it. I failed at that too.
And what about your mother?
My mother was so sweet to me. She treated me just like a princess.
Pretty dress, nice makeup, hairdo, all that?
Exactly. Oh, exactly.
And then?
After I graduated from high school, I got married. Oh, God.
What happened there?
Well, it was love at first sight, and Paul was a good man. It wasn't his fault that he would beat me when he got drunk.
Did he beat you?
Yes, sometimes. Not so much physically.
He was mean to you?
He always put me down. I didn't know what I did wrong, but we had nice kids. And I just wasn't good enough a wife for him, I guess.
And then?
Well, he got ill, depressed. And then he committed suicide, and it was all my fault again.
How come you thought it was your fault?
Well, of course it was. I should have helped him. I wasn't good enough. I guess I wasn't. Our kids were good. But I guess I wasn't a good enough wife for him. I felt that too.
That sounds like a real headache.
My migraines. Oh my, that's when my migraines started. And then they diagnosed me with IBS.
Oh my. Sounds like life was really shitty, right?
Luna, I always got the shitty end of the stick.
Tell me, Harriet, who are you as a person?
I really don't know. I guess I lost myself along the way.
Yes, that's what it seems like. Let's go and start our second challenge then.
Another one? Wasn't the first one hard enough?
You know, actually, it gets harder and easier each time. Each challenge, each quest builds on the previous one. And each time we overcome one challenge, we get stronger. And even if the next hurdle seems higher, it is easier to overcome.
Okay, Luna, what should I do?
This is about what you want in your life, Harriet. Your passion and purpose. So think about it. Who do you want to become? What's your ultimate goal in life? At the end of your life, what do you want to have achieved so when you look back, you can say, I lived a good life?
End of life, huh? I don't want to even think about that.
I understand. It's not that easy to think about that our time on this earth here is limited, right? But our life will end, and it's up to each one of us to use this time as best as we can for our own best and that of others around us.
Wow. I never really thought of it that way.
We all need to think about that each moment is only here once. We have one chance, one opportunity to make this moment here and now sparkle, or waste it and blow out the candle for ourselves or even for others. And these little daily sparkles are numbered, as our life will end one day. So Harriet, what are you going to do with the rest of all your daily sparkles?
I don't know, because I seem to have wasted all my sparkles.
You know, Harriet, at one time in my life, I thought the same way. And then I realized that once we get it, that life will end, that every moment is precious, then we can see that even the moments we think we wasted, moments of hurt, of pain, of shame, of embarrassment, failure and strife, the many mistakes we made, all this is never wasted.
Really?
You know, Harriet, I learned that this can be a learning experience. Think of it as a school of life.
School of life. How can I graduate that? I barely graduated from high school.
You don't really graduate the school of life. The education in life is limitless. You learn from one experience and you suffer or enjoy the consequences and then hopefully grow stronger from that and go on.
I don't know, Luna, that sounds pretty darn hard.
It is for sure at times. It is hard, challenging, and often painful and unfair. But the rewards are worth every moment.
Rewards, you say, rewards? Oh my God, you go through all of this pain and grief and frustration and suffering, and then you die at the end? That's your reward?
Hey, you go too fast. Can you see all the possibilities, the opportunities in the middle? Maybe can you appreciate all the little good things in the middle, the fun things? Harriet, tell me, what's your favorite memory so far of a time when you felt really happy?
Oh, my favorite memory. Oh, it was when my little boy was born. It was probably the happiest time of my life. He was a miracle.
Yes, I get it. And before you held him, wasn't the birth painful?
Yes, it was painful and long.
You know, life is the same way. The greatest joys often grow from the greatest pains.
Well, I don't know.
You know, we put ourselves often in prison. We could say we kidnap ourselves.
I don't get it. I'm free.
Yes, outwardly you are. But what about your thoughts? Your mind, inside your mind. Have you chained and boxed your thoughts? Put them in neat little drawers that they have to fit in, whether they serve you or not?
What do you mean?
Well, Harriet, when you go to the grocery store and you don't feel good, what do you want to buy?
Well, of course, candy, chocolate, ice cream. It always makes me feel better. I'm sure you feel the same way, right?
Right? And do you always buy it right away?
No, of course not. I know it's not good for me.
Okay, so what do you tell yourself before when you think about buying it?
Duh. I shouldn't eat so much candy and chocolate and ice cream because it's going to make me fat and ugly.
How does that thought make you feel?
Not great, really.
You shoot yourself in the foot, right?
Yeah. But don't we all do that at times?
Yes, you're right. Most of us do. We all do it sometimes.
And then we go out and buy all the candy and goodies and eat them all at once.
Right, and how do we feel then?
Terrible, upset, frustrated, angry.
Okay, then you feel like you failed again, like you can't do anything about it, right?
Right. And we all do it, right? What can I do about it?
Good question. So here's what works. And many people more famous than we have talked about it, whether you call them philosophers, cognitive behavioral therapy, annihilating your negative thought, positive thinking, or whatever. I call it thinking realistically.
Realistically. Yeah, I'll eat candy and ice cream and all of those goodies and I'll get fat. For real.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
But think about it this way. I really want some candy, so I can have it. But my goal is to stay fit and healthy as I grow older. So maybe a lot of candy wouldn't help me to get closer to this goal. But right now it's okay for me to eat a little piece and enjoy it thoroughly. So how do you feel then?
Yeah. Then I can have the cake and eat it too.
Right, and then we celebrate like this. Oh,
Luna, you're so silly.
Well, yes, that's my way of looking at life.
Wow. Luna, now you've gotten me curious. I'm actually starting to like this.
Awesome. That's good, Harriet. And notice that your eyes have already changed.
Changed? Looks the same to me, same color. I don't see any changes.
Still trying to look good, are you? It's okay. So what I mean by saying your eyes have changed is I can start to see the sparkle in them.
Really?
Yes, and you sit there. We are in the middle of the journey and we are making good progress. Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel now?
Yes, it is getting brighter and clearer.
Now, as you all know, there's more to a true transformation than can be told in 20 minutes. There are many more details to life that need to be addressed. But the quest, the challenges we need to go through are timeless and universal.
I want to know more. I want to climb up on the top of that mountain.
Okay, let's continue on our journey.
Whew. Something's holding me back. I feel so heavy.
Like something is weighing you down?
Yes, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, these are invisible bonds. Bonds that tie you down to your past, to hurts that you lived through and patterns you learned and that no longer serve you.
Yes, but I'm scared. And I feel safer when I'm being held.
I understand. It's scary to embark into the unknown, the uncertain. You know, past hurts and habits can really tie us down. And often we keep ourselves tied down by thinking that those ties are still there when in reality they're not.
You mean like the elephant who was captured as a baby and they tie him down, and then as he grows, he's afraid to venture out? He feels trapped?
Yes, sometimes we humans hold ourselves hostage for fear of change, fear of pain, and fear of the unknown.
Yes, but these ties are real. I'm too old. I can't change.
You sound like Scrooge in A Christmas Story. Remember what happened with him?
Oh, yes, I do remember. And he did change, and he became a very good person.
Yes, Harriet. And great minds of the past, philosophers, thinkers, poets have always realized this journey, this quest we call life. They called it the dark night of the soul. But as humans, we tend to forget. Or better, we choose to forget.
We choose?
Yes.
We choose.
Yes, in the end, once we are adults, everything we do is a result of our choices, whether we know it or not.
So, Luna, are you saying we choose to be happy?
Yes, Harriet, I'm saying this. But since we're human, we often need help. Other humans, guides. That is, if we really want to live a meaningful, fulfilled life. One that at its end we can be proud of.
Luna, you're always so negative. You're always talking about death.
Yes, Harriet. But it is by no way negative thinking to remember that we are mortals. It is essential to a good life that we remember that it will end. Only then will we treat each moment, this moment right now, the only moment we can influence, we have control over, that we can change, as precious, as special, and with the importance it deserves.
So what can we do about those ties that hold us down?
Yes, it is tough. And often we need another human to help us let go of these bonds, to help us to forgive others and ourselves.
Well, those other humans are sometimes the ones who have hurt us.
That's true. And it can be very hard to trust others when we have hurt so badly before. But consider this, no human can ever be perfect. We don't expect others to be perfect, right? So then, why are we so mean to ourselves?
That's true. You know, I have said the nastiest things to myself that I would never in a million years say to my best friend in the same situation.
Right. We all do this sometimes, you know. And it's time for us to become our own best friend.
Yes. We live in a cruel world, and some people are just not nice. And some people hurt others, and they intend to do it.
Good point. You're right. Some people are still in this stage of their life where they haven't learned to love themselves and others. And that's where boundaries come in. We need to learn to discern which humans can help us in your journey, which may be a good companion, and which will hold us underwater, so to speak, and make us drown emotionally and at worst even physically.
Uh-oh, I see another challenge coming on.
Yes, life is not a cakewalk, as they say.
my.
It is really a marathon with many hurdles to cross. And in the end, Harriet, we all realize that only one thing can see us through.
What's that?
Harriet, dear, you already know what it is. It's our real essence. It's all we are. It's all there is.
It's love, right? right?
Yes, Harriet, I think you're ready for a better life.
Oh,
You are no longer the old Harriet. I can feel it. You really have recovered your sparkle. Let's call you from now on Sparkling Susie.
oh, I like that. I like that. We could be Sparkle sisters.
Yes.
Right?
Sure.
Okay, Luna, I'm ready. Now tell me, how can I live each day without losing my sparkle again?
Great question again. With lots of patience and love, Susie. It won't happen all overnight, but every time you fall back in the hole that you have been in before, it will get easier to get out and reignite your sparkle.
Luna, I can see it. I can feel it.
Yes, Susie, so can I.
So tell me, what do I need to do day to day to keep my sparkle and not lose it again?
You know it already, Susie. Keep the end in mind. Follow your heart. Keep loving yourself and others. And you can't go wrong. Forgive those who need it. Ask for forgiveness when you hurt someone else. And live your best life. And become the person that you would like your children to become.
Wow, you mean become a role model? Oh, I don't know, that's kind of hard.
Who told you life would be easy? It can be darn hard for sure. And that's why we need each other. And we need love, something bigger than ourselves.
I can see it clearly now. Life is as good as we intend to make it.
Right. And every day can be a gorgeous day. I remind me of that every morning when my feet hit the ground.
Oh, and that's where you get your sparkle.
Well, some of it, yes. You know, Susie, I've gone this path myself. And then I guided others who wanted to go on their journey to find their sparkle. But honestly, I often stumble myself.
I don't believe it. That can't be true. You mean you're not perfect?
Not by a long shot, Susie. What makes me sparkle every day is the acceptance of myself as a person I truly am, with all my flaws, with all my faults, all my possibilities and all my sparkles. To truly know and love myself as I am. And then to live forward and brightening the way for others.
I can see that. And I'm getting there too, right? You know, I think I was Sparkling Susie all along.
Yes, Susie, you were. We all are already perfect as we are.
Yes, I can really see that. We're perfect in our imperfections.
Yes, and remember, in the Eastern philosophy, there was always a belief that opposites are really the same. Yin and yang have each other in them.
That's true.
And life is full of mysteries. As one of my mentors said, be curious, not furious.
Oh, I like that. Going forward, how can I make the rest of my life a sparkling success?
Sounds like a great project. Let's look back at your journey from Harriet to Sparkling Susie and see if you can see it yourself. You started as a very unhappy woman. You thought you were a failure and didn't even deserve a good life.
I can't believe that was me then.
Well, you know, most of us go through dark periods in our lives, and with some help we get through it.
Yes, true. And then I looked back at my path and saw what had gotten me to that point.
Exactly. You learn to see yourself, what happened to you, and how these childhood hurts and patterns shaped the person you became.
Yeah, it sure was painful. And then we talked about death. Oh, God.
So you could realize who you want to become before you die. So, does the thought of death still scare you?
No, not really. It makes me value the present and makes me energized. So I'm able to move forward in my life in a meaningful way and help others and myself and even the world at large.
Wow, Susie, you impress me. Kudos. I think you're ready.
Ready for what? I think the world can throw anything at me. I'm ready to tackle it. I'm Sparkling Susie.
Yes! Are you ready, brothers and sisters?